Good morning. This is our 2Y reading level video for Monday, May 11th. Today we are going to be working on the letter J. We will figure out things that begin with the letter J, and we will use the letter clues to identify sentences to their pictures, and then we will go to Arc Bookshelf and practice an Arc Bookshelf book. So let's go ahead and begin with the letter J. Please say J for me. Please tell me the sound that J makes. J, J, J. Great job. We have our letter J right here. J. All right, great job. Is this a uppercase J or is this a lowercase J? This is an uppercase J. Great job. J, J, J. All right, we're going to go through the top ones here. And we are going to identify if these start with J or if they do not start with J. And then I would like you to go through the rest and figure out which pictures start with the letter J. Okay, we're going to start with this first picture here. If you think you know what that picture is, please say that for me. A jar. Jar. Does jar start with the letter J? Yes, it does. Jar starts with the letter J. It says the J, jar, J sound. J, jar. Say jar for me. Jar. Say the sound, the first sound that jar makes. J, J. Great job. Jar starts with J. Say that with me. Jar starts with J. Jar starts with J. Okay, great job. Let's move over to the second picture. What is this a picture of? Juice. Juice. Does juice start with the letter J? Yes, it does. Great job. Juice makes the J sound. Juice starts with J. Say that with me. Juice starts with J. Juice starts with J. Great job. Okay, let's move over to this third picture. What is this a picture of here? A tire. Does tire start with J? Does tire say J? No, great job. Tire does not start with the letter J. It does not start with J. What letter does tire start with? A T. Tire. Great job. All right, let's go to this last one. And this one might be a little tough to figure out what the picture is. This is a jet. A jet. Jet. Does jet start with the letter J? Yes, it does. Jet starts with the letter J. It says J. Jet starts with J. Say that with me. Jet starts with J. Great job, guys. I would like you to go through the rest of these pictures, and I would like you to figure out if these pictures start with the letter J. Do it how we did it. Identify what the picture is. Say that word a few times and figure out if that word starts with the letter J. All right, great job, guys. We're going to hop on over to our Arc Bookshelf book, still keeping in mind the letter J. Working on that one today. Remind me, what sound does J make? J. Great job. Okay, so we're going to be reading The Juggler. The Juggler. Please say that title with me. The Juggler. Remember, a title is what the story is called. The Juggler by John Bianchi. Okay, we're going to go through this story together, and then I would like you to read this story on your own. And then your task for today will be to read three yellow Arc Bookshelf books. All right, so we have The Juggler. Please read that. Great job. All right, I'm going to read this first sentence, and then I would like you to repeat the sentence. He can juggle balls. Great, remember, we need to figure out what the pattern is in the story so that we can identify the new words. Great, read this with me. He can juggle balls. He can juggle spoons. Okay, so I know that the pattern is he can juggle. We need to figure out what this last word is. right here. Okay. He can juggle. All right, my new word starts with what letter? S. And S says S. He can juggle spoons. And I can look at my picture and he is juggling spoons. All right, I'm going to read this first one. I'm going to try to figure out what the new word is. He can juggle. All right, I see that this new word starts with the letter D. I know that D says D, D, D. He can juggle donuts. And he is juggling donuts in the picture. All right, repeat this sentence with me. He can juggle donuts. Donuts. Read this on your own. Right? Keep in mind, guys, that I'm still tracking my words, pointing to each word as I say it. Make sure you guys continue to do that while you're reading. Okay, this one might be a little tougher. He can juggle. All right, it makes the SH sound. SH says shh. He can juggle shoes. And I can look at my picture and he is juggling shoes. Repeat this sentence with me. He can juggle shoes. Say this on your own. Shoes, great. Remember the SH sound says shh. All right, I would like you to try this one on your own. Good job, guys. So I'm going to say he can juggle. New word starts with what letter? S. And what sound does S make? S. He can juggle socks. And I can see that he is juggling socks in the air. He can juggle socks. Say that with me. He can juggle socks. All right, try this one on your own. He can juggle mittens. He can juggle mittens. It starts with the letter M. M says He can juggle mittens. And I can see in my picture that he is juggling mittens. He can juggle. Right, new word starts with what letter? P. And P says P, P, P. He can juggle pizza. And I see that he's juggling pizza. All right, read the sentence on your own, please. Great. He can juggle pizza. He can juggle. All right, starts with the letter B. What sound does B say? B make b, bananas. And I see that he's juggling bananas. He can juggle bananas. Say this with me. Great job, guys. He can juggle. Ooh, okay, this one starts with the letter H. H says huh. He can juggle hats. And I see that he's juggling hats. He can juggle. All right, starts with the letter F. F says he can juggle flashlights. And I see that he's definitely juggling flashlights here. Say this sentence with me. He can juggle flashlights. Great job. He can juggle. All right, I want you to try to figure out this new word here. Stars. Great job. It starts with the letter S. I know S says S. He can juggle stars. And I see that he is juggling stars. And right here, this says, yay. Okay, so it says here, I can use the first letter sound to match the word to the picture. So that is what we have been doing. We look at the first letter sound of each word, and we can use that to match it to the picture on each page. So let's go through these words. These were all the new words on each page. And let's figure out these words. Okay, this first one, it starts with what letter? B, and B says B, balls. Repeat that. Balls. All right, second word starts with what letter? F. F says what sound? All right, flashlights. Repeat that. Flashlights. All right, let's go up to this one right here. Starts with what letter? S, and S says stars. Repeat that. Stars. Great job. All right. Next word starts with what letter? A P, and P says P, P, P. Pizza. Repeat that. Pizza. Great job. All right. Next word here starts with what letter? D, and what sound does D make? D, D. Donuts. Repeat that. Donuts. Great job. All right, this next word up here starts with the letter H. What sound does H make? H, H, H. Hats. Please repeat that. Hats. Great job. And the last word starts with what letter? M, and M says mittens. Please repeat that. Mittens. All right, great job, guys. I would like you to read 3 yellow ARC bookshelf stories, or if you have your yellow books that you brought home from school, and upload a short video clip of just you reading a few minutes of and completing your 3 books for ARC bookshelf. Great job today, guys, and I will see you on Wednesday for our next lesson.